Alrighty then, we're done with what do you call this shelf of games right here, and now we're gonna move on over here to where I currently have my comic collection on the table. I'm still trying to figure out where to put these things because they get lonely down there at the bottom of the bookshelf, and I want them to have a home and be able to. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm stupid. So as you can see, the majority, well, you can see as soon as I get the camera over here, as you can see, the majority of my comics are Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, always have since I was a kid. I don't really know how I got into the Spider-Man actually. I grew up just watching the animated series, and I guess I got hooked that way. It was actually years later that I was actually at the dollar store, and there was a facsimile reprint or whatever of the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, Issue Number 1. So I picked that up for $1. I read it, and I got hooked on it. And then, much to my joy, at Barnes & Noble I found the Marvel Masterworks series of comic books, which is basically all reprints of all the classic Marvel comics from the 60s. And I like reading these a lot better than modern comics. I don't know. Modern comics to me, they're just so, a lot of them anyway, are just very dark, violent, and some of them are just downright depressing. With these, you get your superhero fix, you get your action, adventure, and all that, but it's not really violent or bloody or anything like that, and it doesn't leave you wanting to jump off a building after you read one of these. And I don't know, it's nice to have all of these, but by each series in order and read them from start to end and see how. I'm. Wow, I'm really nodding off here for some reason. Okay, the point is, Marvel Masterworks are awesome, but these books, the binding isn't always the greatest with them. This one's okay, but with some of these, some of the pages are starting to fall out. In the future, I've got a Nook HD Plus, so in the future, I'm gonna buy all my comics digitally, unless I see something that I really want that isn't available digitally for whatever reason. But if I buy any more physical copies of comic books, they're going to be all hardcover, because I think those will hold up better over time than these paperbacks with the sometimes crappy binding. Like this Marvel Masterworks X-Men. Nice hardcover. Very nice, very durable. I have not had problems with any of these pages. They have all stayed where they are supposed to, which is inside the book. I should not have to worry about losing any pages because of stupid binding, because that's just stupid. So anyway, that took a little longer than I wanted to. But anyway, I've got Marvel Masterworks Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is my favorite out of the whole bunch, just because, I don't know, it's a lot of really good stories. It has the 2 issues where Spider-Man gets unmasked by the Green Goblin, and where Spider-Man learns that the Green Goblin is really Norman Osborn, and it's also got Just a Guy Named Joe. Oh my gosh, best Spider-Man villain ever. Sort of. Well, you have to read it to. It's just quirky, good story. And my favorite obscure Spider-Man villain, the Looter. Basically, just some scientist who's poking around with a meteor and gets some gas shot in his face, and then all of a sudden he has like super strength and can jump really high and starts robbing museums and banks and stuff. And his name too. No, I think it's Norton G. Fester. Just my favorite unknown Spider-Man villain. Just awesome. Oh, and yes, who could forget the final chapter? This is the one where I don't feel like looking through the pages right now, but this is the issue where Spider-Man has all those heavy metal units on top of him, and then there's just those awesome series of drawings by Steve Ditko where Spider-Man gets more and more determined, thinking about saving Aunt May and not failing her like he failed Uncle Ben. And then he finally gets the thing lifted off of him, and it's just an awesome sequence. Very, very well done. And this is Essential Spider-Man. I don't know what volume this is, but I got this because I couldn't find the Marvel Masterworks Volume 5, and with this I only missed like a few issues in between Volume 4 of this series and picking up here, so I only missed a few issues. And it's all in black and white. I wish it was in color, but this makes it cheaper to buy, I guess. So, and it's still good to read these issues and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty good. The Amazing Spider-Man: The Wedding, Spider-Man: Birth of Venom, which not every story in this collection is very good. Because Venom's only in a few of these stories. A lot of them is mostly just showing Spider-Man getting back to Earth from the Secret Wars with his symbiote costume and all that stuff. And the art for most of these issues actually really sucks, but it's all worth it once you get to the Todd McFarlane illustrated issues, and the art style is just really good, and Venom's there, and this book is worth buying just for Venom's first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. It is awesome. Oh, and then of course you have, if I can find it somewhere, hang on. I'm still here. I know you're staring at nothingness. And then, of course, you've got Venom in the Truck Stop of Doom. How can you go wrong with a story like Venom in the Truck Stop of Doom? You can't. It makes this whole thing worth... How much was this thing? $30. The whole $30 is worth it just for Venom's first appearance and Venom in the Truck Stop of Doom. It really is. And then, since the majority of my collection is Spider-Man, here is my few non-Spider-Man comics. I've got Marvel Masterworks Avengers, Volume 1 and 2. X-Men, which you already saw. And Marvel Masterworks The Incredible Hulk, Volume 1. Oh, and here's more Spider-Man, The Very Best of Spider-Man, which is a really good collection of a lot of really good Spider-Man stories. Marvel Classic Origins, which has a slightly deceptive cover because you do not see the origins of all these heroes. You only see the origins of Spider-Man, the Hulk, Daredevil, the Avengers, Doctor Strange, and the X-Men. You don't see Namor or Nick Fury or who else? Or the Silver Surfer or Wolverine. So that's a little disappointing, kind of deceptive cover, but still an enjoyable read. Batman the Killing Joke, very good. Enough said.